How you doing? This is Nathaniel Swopes and Swope said it. Today I want to talk about Jay-Z and Rock Nation. I'm going to read your article about Philadelphia 10 News by Sharice Lynch. Recently, Jay-Z donated $300 million to Philadelphia students. The name of the article is Jay-Z's Rock Nation launches campaign to help Philly students attend private school. Rock Nation, an entertainment company founded by hip-hop mogul Jay-Z, is aiming to help underprivileged students in Philadelphia. On Friday, the organization announced plans for an educational campaign for Philadelphia that will secure about 300 million dollars in scholarships for kids in grades K through 12 from low-income households so they can attend one of the city's array of private schools. The organization will host a series of events across the region from June 10th through June 21st, aiming to educate the public and share information about Pennsylvania Award for Student Success, also known as Senate Bill 757, aka PASS. The legislation aims to increase education opportunities for underprivileged youth attending the state's lowest performing public schools. We have enjoyed such a special connection with Philadelphia, so we made it our mission to invest in the long-term success of the city's changemakers. Rock Nation's managing director of philanthropy, Dana Diaz, said in a news release, "Impact starts with the students and with awareness. We want to empower the youth and families with the knowledge to pursue the scholastic dreams, make their voices heard, and become the leaders of tomorrow." The organization said eligibility for students will be dependent on household income. The PASS program is slated to offer varying scholarships amounts such as $2,500 for half-day kindergarten students, $5,000 for K through 8 grades, $10,000 for 9 through 12 grades, and $15,000 for students with special needs. The funds would be fulfilled by the government and would not reduce the overall budget to public school education programming, the organization stated. Rock Nation has been a part of the Philadelphia community since 2012, having organized Made in America Festival for several years. The organization has also worked closely over the years with the Reform Alliance in Philadelphia on legislation to help transform the probation and parole system in the state. I think it's amazing that Jay-Z and Rock Nation, they donate this money to help low-income students. Lord knows a lot of students need money to attend school, need money to attend better schools, need money to attend college. A lot of these students get lost in the system. A lot of students do get lost in the public school system. And there are some really talented students who don't have the resources in certain public schools, and they're not able to get those resources to test them, to make them push even more, or to help them get on the track to attend college. So a lot of our top academic students do get lost in a public school student, or even our most talented student physically or artistically get lost in the public school system. Now, with that being said, these scholarship money go to those students, and a lot of our top students leave public school and go to private school, even though the government said they would not take away funding from public school physically. But if the public schools start losing their best students, and the test scores drop, um, public schools will start to lose funding, because once test scores go lower, the state will not fund public schools. So if a lot of private schools take out top students, then public schools will no longer get the funding. So in a way, eventually public schools will lose funding, because we will lose our top students who do get those great grades or who do get those great test scores. And with that being said, I'm gonna read your article from Bossip. The article title from Bossip is "Ain't No Love in the Heart of Philly. Jay-Z dragged for a $300 million educational campaign to send low-income students to private schools." This article thinks that Jay-Z wants to help destroy the public school system. The road to HEL double hockey sticks is paved with good intentions, and Jay-Z may just be on his way after a new initiative for Philadelphia schools. Beyonce's husband and his company, Rock Nation, announced a $300 million educational campaign for low-income Philadelphia students, People reports, and the internet has had a lot to say. I'm going to read you a Twitter post by Ida B. Wells. She states, "I really wish rich, out-of-touch folks who know nothing about education would just stop. Number one, read the fine print. This is a government voucher program. Voucher programs have not been shown to improve results for poor black children because most cannot get into high quality private schools. Read the fine print. All of the money is coming from taxpayers, i.e. the government. Rock Nation is not funding this. It's just launching an educational campaign that may be it is being paid to do. I'm researching, but certainly its involvement is to convince poor black parents to leave public schools. What do you think that 300 million could do for improving those low performing public schools? It is number 4, it is a lie that these programs do not take from public school funding. Fewer kids in the classroom means fewer dollars in the school. Number 5, this is a windfall to the city's private schools at the expense of public school ones most kids attend. Back to the article. According to the X Streets, Mr. Carter's initiative builds on a problematic Republican-backed plan to gut public school funding and negatively impact the children who attend them. Pulitzer Prize winner Nicole Hannah Jones helped break down the issue with the move. Nicole Hannah Jones states, "Stop playing with us. Not only do students go to private schools on vouchers not perform better, 1 out of 5 leaves the private school and actually sees improved academic results by returning to public school," she wrote. Rock Nation pitched the idea of the continuation of their relationship with the city of brotherly love. Philly has also played host to the Made in America Festival since 2012. I'm going to read you a Twitter post by Carly Hustle. Whether Jay-Z or the upper middle class family on the block, whether you are Jay-Z or the upper middle class family on the block, if you have resources and don't allocate them to local public schools, you are making a moral and political choice. Taking children out of public schools in favor of private is precisely what hurts the most vulnerable. Still, many feel that the initiative completely misses the mark and instead harms the students who would benefit most from the increased funding. The money is also reportedly not coming directly from either Jay-Z or Rock Nation, but Philadelphia taxpayers. I'm going to read you a Twitter post from Phil Gentry. Just to be clear, for those not in Pennsylvania, the legislation Jay-Z is supporting here a Republican-led effort to gut public education spearheaded by future Trump cabinet member Jeffrey Yazd. The proposed school voucher program has happened in other urban cities where charter schools have overtaken public schools amid the massive closures and underfunding, i.e. Chicago. Said differently, I'm going to read you a Twitter post by Derek Urovic. Said differently, as Pennsylvania is on the verge of transforming the most unequitable school funding system in the nation, and out-of-state billionaires pairing with suburban Philadelphia want to try to destroy public education instead. Here's to hoping Hard Knock Life artists simply paying checkers and not chess. Only time will tell. Like stated in Chicago, we've had a lot of private schools open up, and they have closed down a lot of public schools, a lot of high schools and elementary schools. And unfortunately, a lot of those schools that closed down were in black areas, African American neighborhoods. A lot of schools were not closed down in Caucasian, Asian, and Hispanic areas, but a lot of schools closed down were in African American areas. And when you make these private schools still receive state funding, state and city funding. And like I said, if our best students are leaving public to go to private, then public schools will lose funding. And again, if the classroom numbers are lower, public schools will lose funding. Now, we've heard from overcrowding in public school classrooms and things like that, but and our best students do get lost. But how can we build more public schools to have lower classroom to help these kids and build more education systems to help some of our students who get lost in the fold, or some of our top students who don't have the great family background? And can we spend this money on education systems and tutoring to help these kids instead of forcing them to leave public school and close down public schools? And then also, it's an even bigger problem because if you close public school, then now we have teachers going into school systems with no unions and not wanting to pay teachers as much as they want to be paid. I think it's a great thing that he donated the money, but it is an interesting fact to see our millionaires and billionaires supporting the cause to destroy public education. Also, we have a lot of rich African Americans who want to help African Americans in poor areas. But as we've seen with Barack Obama, with his initiatives as a president, a lot of African Americans do not get the support of other communities and other billionaires and other millionaires and other legislative unless their program is to support everyone. Meaning, if Jay-Z wants to donate $300 million to underprivileged black Americans, legislative won't pass that bill or pass it unless he donates money to low-income, low-privileged students of all races. So we also have to remember that. Again, this is Nathaniel Swopes of Swopesetter signing out, and you all have a good one.